Hi, and welcome to the section 5, Backend Development in Delphi. In this section, we will cover the most on-demand development experiences in Delphi backend development. So first of all, we will start by learning the Delphi backend technologies, for instance, DataSnap and a web broker. Then we will learn the overview of the BaaS providers and the RESTful services. In the second step, we will learn the common stuffs of the DataSnap, and we will make little but useful applications. In the third step, we will discover the web broker technology. Then we will make RESTful web service with the Delphi technologies. So in the end of the section, we can learn BaaS providers. So let's jump right into it. Okay, in this video, we are going to take a look at these topics. So backend development overview in Delphi, DataSnap, web broker, REST client library, and backend as a service providers. A backend developer is a type of a programmer who creates the logical backend and a core computational logic of a website, software, or information system. The developer creates components and features that are indirectly accessed by a user through a front-end application or system. So, backend developers primarily develop and maintain the core functional logic and operations of a software application or information systems. Typically, a backend developer has expert programming skills in Delphi, C++, C#, Java, and other high-level programming languages. The key job role of a backend developer is to ensure that the data or services requested by a front-end system or a software are delivered through programmatic means. Backend developers also create and maintain the entire backend of a system, which consists of the core application logic, databases, data and application integration, APIs, and other backend processes. So moreover, a backend developer performs the testing and debugging of any backend application or system. So what we can use for backend development in Delphi? The solution is RAD server. RAD server is a turnkey solution for today's interconnected distributed apps, offering an easy-to-deploy middleware server that hosts loadable custom API and data access modules. So here is the graph of the RAD server. You can create your application on FireMonkey, and you can connect all kind of the databases on the cloud, and you can connect to cloud services or devices, and all of this is the service tier. This is the RAD server. DataSnap. So what is the DataSnap? DataSnap, it's a enterprise application server, and it enables you to create data and application services like custom APIs that can be accessed from client apps on Windows, web, iOS, Android, and more. So DataSnap servers support REST, JSON, COM, HTTP, TCP, or API, and other standards for ultra-flexible connectivity from virtually any platform. And the apps can be hosted on your server or in the cloud without additional runtime licensing. So web broker. Web broker, it's a standalone web server application or an IaaS web server plugin that uses web broker components to process HTTP requests, and it generates the web pages. You can use web broker to create a web server applications such as CGI applications or dynamic link libraries. These web server applications can contain any non-visual component. So we have 4 types of the web server applications. So first one is standalone application. It's selecting this type of the application sets up the environment for developing web server console application. And a page to dynamic link module, it's the page to web server hosts static or dynamic websites, providing secure and efficient web server features as SSL and virtual domains. Page has support for HTTP and HTTPS. IS API dynamic link library, it's web server applications are dynamic link libraries, or DLL, that are loaded by the web server, and the client request information is passed to the DLL as a structure and evaluated by TIS API application. And each request message is handled in a separate execution thread. Selecting this type of the application adds the library header of the project files and it requires entires to the users list and exports the class of the project file. CGI standalone executable itself for web server application is a console application that receives client request information on standard input, passes the results back to the server on the standard output. CGI standalone executable for only Linux deployment. So, REST client development and the backend as a service providers. Delphi IDE has a REST client library available on all platforms, which focuses on simplifying the invocation of the REST services by any third-party provider. So this REST client library has many features like authentication support and a JSON response manipulation with dataset and bindings mappings, and you can easily access web services and backend as a service providers by using the REST client library. So I recommend you to use Kinway and BaaS for Delphi applications. So this is the end of this tutorial. I hope you have acquired about backend development in Delphi.